go bowling. And this is Uncut News. Despite having sent multiple crews to find it, the authorities are still absolutely clueless as to where in the world is the boat full of dead bodies. Still, little is known of the vessel at this time, as the boat bears no registration number, flag, or distinctive markings whatsoever. We've alerted Venezuela and Suriname, but neither reports a missing vessel or any reports of a lost boat or people or anything. Just nothing, absolutely nothing. The only thing we know is that a set of bodies were definitively on that boat, and we have no idea what happened to them. A crew was instructed to bring the boat in when it was first located, but bad weather prevented them from being able to hook a tow line to the boat. It was last seen around 7 p.m. last evening, some 83 nautical miles offshore. But at this point, Edgel said the boat could have probably sank by now. He also suggested that it might have even come as far as Africa before deciding to sink in our waters. So no, not sinking in the big open high seas, but off the shore of Guyana. Moving on, according to the prison service, the guards who were on duty during Monday night's prison escape are currently assisting with the investigation, which is just a nice way of saying that the cops suspect that one of them let the 4 inmates escape. Reports also indicate that the men might have stolen a boat from a nearby village to aid in their escape. A team has been dispatched to the location to further investigate. The health minister believes that it was purely coincidental that a policeman died after taking 2 chickenpox vaccines and then the pills for filaria. Rockcliffe Kosher, a police constable who was infected with chickenpox, died Tuesday night at the GPHC. Well, that morning, he received 2 shots for the chickenpox, and around 2 p.m. he took the filaria pills. He then collapsed a few hours later and was taken to the hospital where he suffered 2 seizures before dying around 6 p.m. The Ministry of Health and the WHO are currently investigating the death, but health officials have repeatedly assured that it is safe to take the pills. Yesterday, 20-year-old Shanique James of Amelia's Ward, Linden, was sentenced to 5 hours of community service after pleading guilty to cussing down a cop. According to the prosecution, the cops were searching her house for narcotics when she became annoyed and started to abuse them up using indecent language and expletives. James is required to perform the hours of community service at the Mackenzie police station in Linden, where she's probably just going to cuss some more. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2018 Suzuki Swift RS Sports Edition. It comes with Bluetooth, CD stereo, steering controls, crystal lights, mag rims, fog lamps, and much, much more. Pay cash for $3.6 million, or pay down as low as $720,000 with around $70,000 monthly, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Rico sent you for this sweet deal. Seaborn's Waste Management, which has its brand new headquarters on Mandela Avenue, has been called to account for the plot of land it used to construct the building, as the government says that the land does not belong to the company. Well, according to non-law, the land is owned by the state, actually the National Sports Commission, and Seaborn's $100 million lease is considered illegal in their eyes, as the Land and Surveys Commission did not have the right to issue the lease to Seaborn's in the first place. He also said that the National Sports Commission never gave permission to use the land, which they plan to develop into a sports facility. The results of an independent prospective resource study completed by McDaniel and Associates Consultants Limited has provided enough evidence to support views that the Quarantine and Demerara blocks are highly prospective, which means they're full of oil. The study outlines that a total of 32 prospects were identified and assessed in both blocks. Specifically, 27 were evaluated in the Quarantine block, along with 5 in the Demerara concession. The fluid content for the prospects is mainly oil, 64%, natural gas 28%, and the remainder condensate is about 8%, which apparently is a very good sign for us. So, drill, baby, drill. This morning, 45-year-old Rob McPherson of Victoria, East Coast Demerara, and 43-year-old Mahoney Moabir of Quarantine the Peace were charged with the murder of 82-year-old retired Anglican priest George Chukasang. Wait, what the heck? Who kills a retired priest? He's old. Anyway, according to the charge, the 2 murdered Chukasang at his home at the St. Sidwell's Anglican Church on Vlisingen Road on December 21st of last year. The prosecution claims that the 2 actually knew the priest and would visit him often. Also, the police suspect that another person is involved in the murder. Nevertheless, they are due back into court on February 25th. Digicel is celebrating their 14th anniversary this month, which means they are shaving off prices. Get the DL3 smartphone for just $14,000, or the DL3 Pro for just $17,500. Plus, get a 30-day Digicel Prime Bundle pack when you buy any LTE handset. Offer available at Cellular Plus Digicel stores in the City Mall, Starbucks Square, Massey Providence, and Massey Turkine. Don't miss out. It's now time for today's Runner Report. Today, the nation recorded 51 new cases. There are now 189 persons dead and 8 persons in the intensive care unit. There are now 555 persons in home isolation and a total of 8,313 known cases in the nation. So, please, people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds. And remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. A 7-year-old man arrested Wednesday in the hit-and-run death of rapper Nicki Minaj's father actually stopped briefly to ask the injured man if he was okay, but didn't call for help, according to the police. Charles Polovich faces charges of leaving the scene of an incident and tampering with physical evidence in connection with the death last week of 64-year-old Robert Mirage on New York's Long Island. Polovich, who split time between Long Island and Guam, is free on bail following an arraignment in Nassau County Court. As a result of his arrest, his driver's license has been suspended. He was ordered to surrender his passport, and a judge said he can't leave the state, while Nicki Minaj herself has not spoken publicly on her father's death as of yet. How's this for a bedtime story? Stupidity Bill spends thousands of dollars on new printer ink. Sensi Bill, on the other hand, refills his empty cartridges at Print for Less for just $1,000. He gets a 6-month 100% money-back guarantee on every refill. Then the pocket band and the story end. Call or WhatsApp 667-0066 or visit them on Facebook at Print for Less Guyana. Don't be a Stupidity Bill. The state and minibus drivers in St. Vincent have reached a compromise. This follows 2 days of protests over the reduction in passengers brought about by the island's Public Health Act. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, along with the Minister of Transportation and others, met with representatives of the Vincentian Transport Association to discuss the proposals put forth in a letter submitted to the Minister of Transport on February 8th of this year. Several proposals are being considered, including giving minibus drivers subsidies and discounts on various items related to their jobs, such as gas and tolls. And now for our weird news story of the day. A bizarre video of a man sitting on a toilet in the middle of a busy street in Bristol has gone viral on social media. The video is taken in Lawrence Hill, close to the little supermarket. Motorists are seen in the video having to negotiate their way around the man as he reads a paper as he sits on the loo. The video of the man, who dressed in shorts and a t-shirt and is wearing a mask, has been shared across social media. Some have described him as a legend, saying we could all do with a laugh at this moment, while others have criticized him for compromising road safety. But I'm pretty sure some YouTubers are probably going to come out with a video soon about how he did this awesome prank in the middle of a road. Who said luxury can't be affordable? Move into your own home in 2021. Lenora Estate, West Coast MRR properties are within your reach. Move out to the landlord's place and put that rent money towards your own 5,000 square foot property. Call or WhatsApp 592-618-5702 or call +1 516 476 2172 for more info. Moving on to our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, should the government consider buying out the minibus drivers who just can't cut it and form a minibus system? Sean Tieran said, I think they should reduce the gas so it can compensate the operators. Timothy Quire said, let the government bring the big buses. The young drivers and conductors are too disrespectful, smoking weed on the park and loading passengers. Jay Jairam said, the government should provide a subsidy for the minibus operators, just like how the airlines get a bailout in the USA. Also, in their quest to modernize Guyana's economy, the government should be looking at providing public transportation in Guyana, maybe a light rail system and public buses. Exactly. Bring back the East Demerara Railroad and bring back the buses. That's what I say. And Troy says, how about we get rid of all the minibus and put real transportation? Good answers, people. So, before we get to tonight's question, these online shopping places take their eyes and pass people a set of money they want per pound of merchandise. You will die when you try to ship parts for your truck. Thankfully, truck parts are already in Guyana at Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts at Lot 1161 EE Eccles. They stock spares for DAF, Bedford TM, International Freightliners, and Cummins engines. Call or WhatsApp 697-0171 or follow Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts on Facebook. So for tonight's question, what do you think about the missing boat? Is this just an odd incident, or do you feel that there is more to this story than we are being told? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Thursday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.